4 or 5 sentences out that you can understand.
Let me tell you here, Wally George, of course, is going to tell you what you want to hear, and I'm going to tell you what you should hear. And Wally's going to tell you how great the government is, I'm going to tell you how corrupt and evil it is. And of course, Wally says respect authority figures like himself. I say,
I'm not saying like myself. I'm saying respect law officials. Don't tell me to shut up.
Why?
You the picture. There he is. He's the guy from the Gay and Lesbian Society right there. He's the picture.
Let me talk. Now, my religion is called the drugs religion. It's actually drugs and revolution will establish a utopian government for our society. Now, what we believe in is true communism, not Russian communism, but true communism. We believe that there shouldn't be rich pigs like Wally George here gobbling up all the money while people live poor. Now, the key are the drugs. The drugs I talk about are marijuana, magic mushrooms, peyote, and LSD. And I call it 5ml because you need your daily recommended allowance. Again, the key is you want to take these drugs and realize what's going on here in America. You want to see how evil things are. And then you're going to see the revolt against pigs like Wally George here.
This is great just for its entertainment.
And let me tell you, I created this religion on an LSD trip 8 years ago. I've been doing it for 8 years.
And he's still on the same trip.
And I was watching the show the other night, Wally's show, when I appeared on the show to announce the debate. And I had a couple of hits of some killer acid. And let me tell you something, Wally, you don't look that good anymore.
Let me tell you something, Wally, you don't smell that good anymore.
The reason I'm here today, besides the debate Wally George, is I want to get my group on campus. We have a Black Student Association, we have a Gay and Lesbian Student Association, we have a Latino Student Association. It's about time we had a Drug Student Association. And what I need is 4 people to join the religion, and we can establish it here on campus. And what we will be doing is we'll be holding meetings every week where we'll be smoking the marijuana, taking the mushrooms, grinding on the air, and we'll be able to recruit many more people. Now, our religion has over 10,000 people here in the state of California. Basically, we recruited Grateful Dead shows and the college campuses. Let me tell you something, Wally. It's getting bigger every day, and it won't be too much longer before we have our revolution. And after the revolution, we're going to put you in jail, buddy.
Hey, sure, boy. He's been in this thing for about 10 years now. He's got 10,000 members. That means like 1,000 per year. Sure, Lord, in about another 400 years, you may have a revolution. What do you think?
Well, the key is we have 40 or 50 million people who smoke marijuana in this country. So we want to get the 40 or 50 million people who smoke herb to join the religion, become aware of the revolution.
Why don't you tell them, Norm, what your true goal is? A revolution in this country, to overthrow this government. Tell them the real thing. Tell them.
We want to overthrow this corrupt society. And Wally George says how great Ronald Reagan is. I want to tell you something, Wally. Ronald Wilson Reagan. There are 6 letters in each name. You know what that means? You not forget, he bought his house. It was 666 St. Cloud. Does that take something around?
So you want to have a new government, and what kind of government? A communist, Marxist government, right?
Well, we want the people in government to be smoking the herbs so they know what's going on.
What I want to do is get you and all of your scumbag members and buy you all one-way tickets to Moscow. What do you think? We don't need scum like you trying to go on to not only college campuses, but this scumbag also goes on to high school campuses and tries to recruit high school kids to smoke joints, to eat the magic mushroom or whatever the hell it is. He's going on to high school campuses trying to get young minors to get onto the weed and to join his cult that is out to overthrow the government of the United States of America. He's in the same league with Angela Davis and Jane Fonda. What do you think? I say Jane Fonda during the Vietnam War was guilty of treason and should have been tried and shot. What do you think?
Angela Davis comparison, I don't mind, because she was a revolutionary. But don't compare me to that sold-out bitch Jane Fonda. Because she was a revolutionary, now she's not. You're not going to catch me in 10 years working for IBM, I'll tell you that.
Okay, we got some questions from the panelists.
Go Tara.
A lot of things you address are really controversial in this. Many people in the audience think that Norm may be way out of line to the left. I feel like you're way out of line to the right.
When you say I'm way to the right, the only thing I've ever expounded on television for 20 years is I have been saying exactly the same thing that Ronald Reagan has been saying for 8 years. I'm for God, I'm for country, I'm for morality, I'm for decency, I'm anti-DRA, so is Ronald Reagan. So is Ronald Reagan. I'm anti-abortion, so is Ronald Reagan. Every stand that I take is the same stand former President Ronald Reagan takes. And if you think I'm too far to the right, then you must obviously think that Ronald Reagan is too far to the right. But the great majority of America doesn't think so, because they elected him to 2 overwhelming victories, and I say he's right on target. But when I criticize me, say the same thing to Ronald Reagan, because that's what I stand for. Everything Ronald Reagan stands for.
You know, Wally, it's a sad commentary because you're right. You stand for exactly what Reagan did. That shows you how corrupt and evil he was. And you know what? What's even sadder? The only man you're smarter than is Dan Quayle.
The local Democrats kicks around Dan Quayle all through this campaign, but I have news for you. He's showing himself to be a damn good and intelligent man, and I'm sick and tired of the liberal Democrats who tried to hang a fine man like Dan Quayle. What do you think? And you know what? The liberal Democrats have a tendency of doing that. They have a political assassination squad. They set out to destroy Richard M. Nixon, and they did it over a little pimple called Watergate. And they blew it up into a festering cancer, and they forced out of the White House one of the greatest presidents, one of the finest in foreign affairs we've ever had, Richard M. Nixon. They tried to do it to Ronald Reagan. They called him a feeble, senile, fumbling, bumbling old man. The people didn't vote for it, did they? They elected him twice to an overwhelming avalanche because the people can't be fooled by dim-witted, drugged-out scum like Norm LaBelle. They tried to do it to Nixon. They did it. They tried to get rid of Ronald Reagan. They did it. They tried to get rid of George Bush with their assassination. That's what they tend to do. These liberal Democrats, they go after their target with rumors and hearsay and slander, as they did with George Bush, trying to say he was some kind of a criminal, trying to say he was a cowardly wimp, when no, everybody knew that was not the case. And finally, George Bush stood in front of America and told them what he was, what he stood for, and that's why they elected him over that stupid, spineless wimp, Michael Dukakis.